Naledi was 28 years old and still lived with her parents on the outskirts of Pretoria. In their home, mornings began with prayer. Walls were filled with scripture. Faith was not just practiced, it was enforced. Her parents were deeply religious. They believed in God with their whole hearts, and they believed their only daughter would walk the same narrow path they had chosen for her. But Naledi carried a truth she had hidden for years. Naledi was a lesbian. For a long time, Naledi believed something was wrong with her. She prayed, she fasted, she asked God to change her heart. She dated men, forcing smiles that never lasted. At night, she lay awake, staring at the ceiling, whispering the same question again and again, God, why am I like this? But the silence that followed was not rejection, it was preparation. One evening, as her parents sat at the dining table with their Bibles open, Naledi felt something settle inside her, not fear, not anger, but clarity. Mama, Baba, she said, softly, her hands trembling, there is something I need to tell you. They looked up. I am a lesbian. The room went silent. Her mother's face tightened. Her father stood abruptly. This is not who you are. Her mother said, this is not of God. Her father shook his head. This is a strange spirit speaking through you. They did not ask how long she had known. They did not ask how she felt. They made a decision for her. Naledi would be taken to church. Not to be comforted, but to be corrected. They believed prayer would remove what they called a problem. They did not know the universe had already decided otherwise. The church was loud with worship and raised hands. Naledi sat between her parents, her head bowed not in shame, but in exhaustion. When the preacher called her forward, she walked slowly, aware of every eye watching her. Her parents explained everything. Their fear, their disappointment, their belief that something evil had taken hold of their daughter. The preacher listened. He did not shout. He did not rush. He did not condemn. Instead, he turned to Naledi. How long have you known this about yourself? He asked gently. All my life, she replied. The preacher nodded. The preacher turned to her parents. You brought your daughter here to be changed, he said calmly. But have you asked yourselves something important? Is she broken? The room grew quiet. I see. No confusion in her. The preacher continued. I see honesty. I see peace. He opened his Bible. Slowly. Faith is not always about forcing God to meet our expectations, he said. Sometimes faith is humility accepting what has already been designed. He placed his hand on Naledi's shoulder. This child is not possessed. She is not lost. She is exactly who she was created to be. Tears streamed down Naledi's mother's face. Her father lowered his head. That night, back home, the house was silent. Then Naledi's mother reached for her hand. We were afraid, she whispered. Afraid of what people would say. Afraid of failing God. Naledi replied softly, I never left God. Her father nodded slowly. Maybe, he said. God never left you either. Naledi's life did not change overnight, but love returned to her. Home, fear loosened its grip, and truth finally had space to breathe. Because some things are not demons to be cast out, they are truths to be embraced, and the universe had already written her story.